So one of the advantages, and I always explain this to customers as we're a little ways into it, but one of the advantages of outsourcing all of your managed IT solutions is that it forces you to go through that process of documenting what's in place. And it forces you to also make decisions, sometimes strategically, about why those systems are the way they are and where you want them to be future state. So it kind of forces you to deal with current state and then guides you towards where you want to be future state. And I'd say one of the areas that we always find deficiencies in, always, every case, no matter how buttoned up an organization is the process by which, and think about this for a minute, how important this can be to an organization's security posture, is end user onboarding and offboarding. So what happens when a user is brought into the organization with a specific job function or specific job role, and what systems does that job role mandate that they have access to, and then at what levels, right? There's tiers of permissions within applications. You want to make sure you get that right. It's an important aspect for offboarding as well, because you want to make sure that you close all those security holes that you opened during the onboarding process so that you get the organization tightened back up once that user has left the organization. Organizations that are, that don't have someone dedicated to this role, it's a shared responsibility, sometimes among multiple people. Sometimes if it's a single IT person running the whole organization, they simply don't have time for it. And so, the process of updating operating systems and third-party software is not perfect on its own. And so you really need to have an RMM tool or some type of a software asset inventory tool that allows you to go out, once you've deployed patches, actually go out and verify that the patch is deployed. That's one of the things we do a little differently here with Netrio as an MSP than I've seen with some other MSPs. And so one of the processes that we run after our maintenance windows for patching, following day, we have engineering go and pull a patch evaluation report. And that goes out and assesses how successful that patch process was. And then that allows us to go out and make corrections for any systems that were missed or maybe offline. We make arrangements to get those systems up to the current patch levels and revisions as part of that process.